So this is fun today. You know? So that's the fun thing about the restaurant business, just going, that's what I get to do every day, is wander around and say hi to people. Well, the biggest influence for me has always been San Francisco, the Bay Area. Let's face it, I mean, that's where trends occur. Probably the biggest influence in my life as far as restaurant business was Chez Panisse in Berkeley. We opened Paragary's in 1983. Chez Panisse Cafe, which was really where I spent time doing my research for Paragary's. You know, my first experience, you know, having the style of pizzas that Alice Waters did, and the creativity and the quality of the salads. And my favorite is usually the one that was most recently opened. It seems like, you know, like we just opened the Cafe Bernardo's out in Fair Oaks Boulevard in the pavilions. So I enjoy going there because it's new and fresh, and I live out in that neighborhood, so a lot of my neighbors and friends are in there, so it's really, really fun to go in and see people. But I love this place at lunch every day, you know, that's why I Grill, because of all the, you know, the people from business. Hello, Anthony.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. You know, all the people have been coming here for years. When we first opened is when Governor Schwarzenegger was elected, and he lived across the street at the Hyatt, so we had him in here a lot. That was really, really good times for us because people really enjoyed coming here and seeing him. The most creative aspect of it is the early stages when you're actually building the restaurant. Creativity continues as you're doing, you know, new cocktails, working with wines and trying to be creative with the wine program. And then, of course, the menu is an ongoing creative process. So the food and that part of it goes on forever. But it can be very expensive to get into the business. So I say start off with a little sandwich shop, maybe a little restaurant with a small kitchen just serving beer and wine. Don't put in the investment of a hard liquor license. Maybe 1,800 square feet, 2,000, 2,400 square foot place is the way to start, because you have to find out if you're good at it or not before you know, invest your life savings or bite off more than you should. Had some restaurants that didn't work out. I can't say I really regret that, because you have to consider that a learning experience. You know, I don't think anybody in business goes through life and every single one of their projects is just a winner. That's just unrealistic. It's never going to work that way. You got a lot more winners than losers, so on the keeping score, I think I'm very pleased with the way it's worked out so far. It kind of keeps me young when I'm surrounded by people that are in their 20s. You know, that's 20s and 30s are really what the age of most people in this industry. I have a lot of really good people that I work with, a lot of skilled managers that allow me to not be in my restaurants all the time. I'm able to take time off, able to have reasonable hours and go home at night. So, you know, no need for me to retire. What else would I do? I mean, I'd probably want to open a place if I didn't have any. There's a lot of people that own and operate restaurants in Sacramento that have worked for me at one time or another. You know, some of them, you know, marquee names, you know, are chefs in the most popular restaurants in Sacramento. And there's a huge list of that family tree that had gone back for 35, 40 years. You know, that gives me a lot of pride, knowing that people work for me and they're inspired by the business. They learn to be businessmen. They know how to run restaurants and have gone out and opened their own places and are successful at it. That's something that I take pride in. I'm really happy, and it's a big part of the restaurant community in Sacramento. You know, the next big opening project, is the reopening of Paragary's here in about 6 weeks. Complete remake of that restaurant that I originally developed 40 years ago. I have really high hopes for it. I think people are going to enjoy it. It's a complete remake. Every square inch of the place has been remodeled. It's going to be exciting. modern, cutting edge, really something I think people are going to enjoy.